what's going on? This is Nerd Variety Podcasts. Say hello, say woo, do something.
Woo! Woo! We back.
Yeah. We back. We in this. How's it going? We are doing a Black Panther Wakanda Forever review. Oh my god. Black Panther Wakanda Forever. It came out this month. We're doing a review. Deal with it.
Actually, it came out last month.
Hasn't been out a month at the time of this recording. It has been almost been a month.
Okay.
They are correct.
Yeah, they are. Okay. So, but I'm joined by Hayden Harkness Rafferty.
Like Agatha or Jack?
I was thinking Agatha because of MCU stuff.
Okay. That's fair. Again, I did tell you I was playing Midnight Suns, and she is mentioned a lot.
There you go.
Speaking of which, I didn't even realize there was a Midnight Suns game, and now I'm really excited and I want to play it.
Yeah.
And also, as you just heard, we have Matt.
You're supposed to have these.
Blade Burton.
I'll take it. Blade is one of my favorite movies.
Also in the Midnight Suns.
Yep.
I was in the back of my head, I was going for a Marvel theme with the names. So
I'll take Blade. Like I said, Blade was one of my favorite franchises. It's one of my favorite movies, except for the third one. For all the crap that it got, I actually really liked it.
Yeah. He also had a TV series that I think aired on Spike or something like that.
He did.
Yeah, there was that too, but
yeah, there was a Blade series. It didn't have Wesley Snipes in it, but
no, and I don't remember it all that well. I think I watched maybe one episode.
Yeah. After that, he just kind of like tampered off. Wasn't really featured, but we'll see him again next year.
Yeah, is that a TV series or is that a movie?
Movie.
Sweet.
Nice.
Marshala Ali is playing Blade November of next year, I think.
Yep.
Nice.
And he's gonna do justice after the Hulk because he's great.
Yes, he is amazing.
All right, let's get into it.
So
are you ready to get into it?
Yeah. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
We have people waiting.
We're waiting.
We're keeping it in suspense.
So we've all seen Black Panther Wakanda Forever at least once. So yeah, it was amazing. A very interesting end to phase 4. Initial thoughts, y'all?
That was great.
I'm gonna go ahead and get the big one out of the way. What an emotional ride it was, and for them to pay tribute to Chadwick the way they did, and like explain it in a way that was relatable to the story, but relatable to them as characters I thought was an amazing job. I thought it was well done on that front of it. And overall, like I thought it was great. There was things that I wish we could have got more of and maybe a little less of. But overall, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I think it was great to build the lore of Wakanda and the universe around it. I thought it did a great job of that.
Absolutely. I liked how they included or their twist on the Atlanteans that are in the Marvel universe, and how they brought, Namor, and how they, his conflict, how, of course, you see from the trailers, he has conflict with the Wakandans and with, as he does in the comics, as well as with the rest of the world. He does not play well with others.
Nope.
But yeah, he he's a great addition. Yeah, there's a lot of things to unpack, but we are going to spoilers as we discuss the movie.
Yep.
So
So
fair warning. I mean, I assume
So
I hope everyone's trying to see before it goes on Disney Plus.
right, yeah. So Shuri, we knew she was going to be the Black Panther, right?
Yeah, had a strong feeling. Um, Matt, you have something you want to add?
I I can't say I knew. I had, like you said, I had a strong feeling because
Mhm.
there is a comic book run with her as Black Panther.
Yeah.
But I was completely like I had it up in the air. I had it as a toss up. I kind of wanted it to be sure, but I was not sure where they were going to go with it. And I thought it was interesting how they made her um the Black Panther. I thought it was really cool that she found her own way to get there. And a lot of the ways, and they all were like they were trying to force it on her, and she, was like, no, I have to make this my own way and my own thing, and she did. And I thought that was great.
Yeah.
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 I also it was interesting. I liked that they gave her um I know in the movie it was controversial, within that it was for her at least. But I like that it was Killmonger that she got the inspiration from.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely see a
Yeah,
little bit of. I think we were talking about. I think we were playing Fortnite and talking about it, Matt. That she has her suit's a combination of like her brother, Killmonger's, and her own little flair.
yep. I thought that was a great touch because she's not her brother, she's not her mother, she's not her father.
Hmm.
She's always been that headstrong one that has always bucked the traditions of Wakanda and said, I gotta do this my own way.
Hmm.
Killmonger Killmonger was kind of the same way. He was more about the action, and we have to do this hard and fast, and we have to take severe aggressive action. Shuri had a little bit of that, but she also had the diplomacy of T'Challa and
Hmm.
the natural what's the word I'm looking for here? The natural
Intuition.
the natural intuition of the traditional Wakandans. So I thought that was a great touch for her, and for Killmonger to inspire her to be like, look, this is what you've been setting yourself up to do. So you gonna do it or you gonna back out now? Like, yes, we need the diplomacy, but yes, we also need the action too.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
which side you choosing first? Because it wasn't like he was telling her not to not to use her diplomacy at all. He was just telling her, look, you're gonna have to do this either way you look at it, but which way you gonna go first is what I like.
Yeah. I know in context though, she was also seeing him because of I think how you know she she was wanting revenge, or she was wanting to do something. She had it in her her mind and her heart that she wanted to strike back, have take some kind of revenge. And yeah, I think you know him taking the herb and being able to be part of the afterlife, and then her wanting revenge, and then them having that connection definitely got her to see him, which that was a big shock to see him in that
Bro,
vision.
I literally grabbed, I think it was our friend Phil that was sitting right next to me. I literally grabbed him and went, oh shit. Because I was like, I
Yeah.
thought it was gonna be her mother off the bat. Because I knew they were gonna bring Chadwick. I knew they were gonna bring T'Challa in. So
Yeah,
I
I
thought
thought
that was
they
her
might do
mother.
like a stand-in, but she can't see him or something like that. Uh,
Yeah.
that would have been an interesting
But
take.
But they did bring
but they
T'Challa
did
in.
say,
We'll get to that part,
yeah,
Hayden. We'll get to that part.
yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, I thought that was a nice little connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's see.
But
I on it. Okay, let's touch on some of the things that were a little negative from my point of view. I could have dealt with a little less of Ross just
Ross?
yeah,
because
I feel like they barely used Ross actually.
yeah, I guess he's supposed to be like the
the connect the
a
connection
connecting
to
part to the MCU, or he's always been like part of. I guess he's always been part of the Black Panther comics as a their state's
liaison or whatever.
ambassador, or their connection to the outside world.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I get that, and yes, they did use him less frequently, but I felt like he didn't need to be there as much as he was still. And
Yeah,
I'll get to the thing. I'll get to the thing that really annoyed me when we wrap it up.
I mean,
It's something small that shouldn't really annoy me, but it really does. It bothers me really bad, but it's kind of funny, so I'll wait to the
uh, what was her name? Contessa Dufontaine. Like she showed up in Black Widow. She had some say in some of the events in Hawkeye.
and
She
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
she was in Falcon the Winter Soldier. I don't think she's been anything else, but yeah, and I'm sure she's going to be in Thunderbolts, but she is a Matt is enraged, is showing his
you
rage here.
don't like her?
She gets on my freaking nerves. I can't stand her.
I mean, isn't that kind of her point?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
So they do a good job with
what?
her.
Yes, exactly. But that still doesn't make her less aggravating as crap.
yeah. I guess they wanted some, I guess, pressure from outside pressure or with the situation, and that's where she represents like the U.S. and the Western world's negative intent toward Wakanda and the how do you say it? Tecolians?
Talocons.
Telcons. There you go. Yeah.
Talocons. Yeah.
Telcons, Atlanteans.
Yeah. The Talocons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
cottons. I'm thinking Mortal Kombat. My bad.
It's all good. Yeah. So it's an external source of pressure. I'm trying to think what else I can't think of anything I really didn't like. I guess I could have used more Wakanda like world building. I mean, it's just more of like their stuff because I felt like while we see a lot of Wakanda, we don't get to see a lot extra.
Right.
I feel that they showed some, but they definitely didn't show very much. I felt like they could have done a lot more with that, and
Mm-hmm.
I think they should have. But
Yeah.
Yeah. And they did. They were working with 3 locations too.
Mm-hmm.
So, because you had to deal with Talocan, you had to deal with Nakia being in Paris
Mm-hmm.
or France, wherever she was, and then you had to deal with Wakanda. So, yeah, I definitely could have used more Wakanda, more of Talocan as well, and a little bit more Namor. That I felt like we could have dug a little bit more
Yeah. Yeah.
into him as a person and as a character, and the Talocan way versus the Wakandan way, which we might get more of in the future. So who knows? Again, this movie was about world building too, so there's
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah. It had a world build. I guess it's one of those MCU Phase 4 projects that is kind of I guess not connected to like the big story, but it's more of like like a major event that happens
it's
on Earth.
it's a
But
stepping stone for
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
A connective, kind of a grounded, connected piece to the to Phase 4. While a lot of other
It's not,
things have been like space or multiverse stuff.
Yeah, it connects it well, it brings in, obviously it builds up a lot of characters and stuff like Shuri as Black Panther
Hmm.
and Namor as the first mutant, all that. And all this stuff. Also, sorry that there's now like so much noise going on in the background at my apartment now. I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, there's. I
Barely.
apologize.
No, it's fine. It's all good.
Yeah, I barely hear it. It's not even bothering me.
Yeah, I can't. I can only hear what's in my room here.
That's good.
Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, trying to think about the movie in terms of like things big things that we wanted to touch on. I liked how they didn't miss a beat when, like, after T'Challa died, like, uh, uh, Angela Bassett's character like took what was like in charge, doing everything she
Yeah.
had to do to keep things running. The
Yeah.
Dora Milaje, like, they kick
Yeah.
ass like no matter what.
I
Right.
gotta say that that was painful with Ramonda.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
so
I wasn't.
so no one was prepared for that. No one was prepared at all.
Your green
Your
screen's
green
I
screen
love
is
it.
collapsing.
I know.
Sorry, your green screen has collapsed. It's more of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that I wasn't expecting, and that hit me on more of a personal note.
Yeah.
I won't get into it, but yeah. So I was like, man, we already have to pay tribute to T'Challa and Chadwick, but now you're gonna kill off a character too. Like, I I I kind of wish they had. I understand why they had to do it, but I kind of wish they had.
Yeah. It really gave that final push for Shuri to really want to come and seek out revenge and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It really motivated her, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's like M'Baku's quote, you know, I can't see you as a child anymore, because and the world is taking too much from you.
Yeah.
At the second funeral scene,
Oh yeah,
she like
that ripped me. Like I was
yeah
like, man.
she had to lose. She's basically all by herself. But I think when y'all said it, that that was the motivation for her to, I guess, decide to trust in the symbol of the Black Panther and what it and how it connects her to her family, and also helps her to protect and lead Wakanda in a good way.
Right.
But I think the best part of the movie, in my opinion, was building out as much as they did, like the cultures of Wakanda and Telecom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was really cool.
Yeah. See, and the way they explained it, I know we had our friend Phil did not think their explanation was, he wasn't a fan of it, but I did like how it's like, yeah, it makes sense for the the vibranium meteorite asteroid, whatever, of course, yeah, it landed in Wakanda. The mound landed in Wakanda, but other pieces could have landed elsewhere, and it would make sense for part of that to land in the ocean, and that lead to the chain of events that create the Talcons. Yeah, Talcons.
Yep.
Yeah. What did he
not
like
that
about
made
that?
total sense.
What?
I didn't have this conversation with him, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was nitpicking a little too much, which a lot of people have done with this movie. There's been a lot of dumb nitpicks.
Yeah. Like the thing that bothered me that much is a dumb nitpick, but it really did bother me.
Well, there's people that are picking apart, I guess how they decide to portray the Talcons, and how they, I guess how their origins are set up, and of course people are also upset about, Shuri didn't train. Shuri's, she's too, like, she didn't have the personality of the Black Panther. It's just dumb. I think they're kind of dumb.
Yeah, because the Black Panther takes on the personality of the person that is the Black Panther.
Does?
I mean, I mean, technically, because like the Black Panther is just it's not just a title, but it's not just a position. It that person becomes the Black Panther. So however that person acts, that's how their Black Panther version is going to be.
That doesn't sound accurate.
I think it's more so that it was more like, yeah, she takes the heart-shaped herb, which gives her the abilities. So, she
Right.
gets, I guess she gets those heightened reflexes, but, also Wakandans are trained, especially the royal families trained from, when they're able to fight and, defend themselves.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, again, like I said earlier, some dumb nitpicking, but, yeah, I liked seeing Talcon.
Yeah.
Yeah, great design work. Great design work.
Yeah. I thought the set design and the costume designs for both were great.
Yeah.
Do we want to touch on the ending?
Yeah, we can. Hayden, any
Bruh.
thoughts?
Which ending part, like with baby
The
T'Challa?
post credit. Yeah, the post credit. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I'm a little bummed that they did that, to be honest. I was kind of hoping they wouldn't just like replace T'Challa so blatantly like that. But I mean, I get why they did it. I thought it was interesting. It caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, it caught me off guard too. I wasn't expecting it either. And I can understand why you were kind of bummed that they did it. But also I thought at the same time, like it was kind of bittersweet because like you said, it's like there's his replacement, but at the same time it's a nice touching tribute. So
Yeah, yeah.
I,
It's nice.
I kind
It's
of
nice.
I felt that.
I wasn't sure about the timeline, but I did like that he and Nakia were able to be together. While everything was going on, they didn't have a whole lot of time, and that it's not. It was a hard decision to not recast um, T'Challa, but I think this is he does have his uh, he has someone in his following his footsteps.
Yeah, he's the heir pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be interesting
Right.
to see what they do with it.
Yep.
Yeah, it will be. I'm excited.
Yep.
I there is one thing I will say. Like they introduced Riri without giving her like any indication because we do know that there's a series coming up for her.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't give us any indication to that within the movie. Like they just kind of was like, here she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like for as much focus as they had on her in the story, they didn't focus on her enough. Which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
She was
It
more
was
of
like
a plot device than a character, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. It was more like she was just there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which in the comics, the Talcons and Wakandans would have fought over something. They fight over a lot of things, but I guess that was a way to bridge her into the story and set her up for her future show.
Plot device, just like you said.
There you go. All right, so Wakanda Forever. Have you seen it? What did you think? You heard what we had to say. Yeah, it was great. Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever. But let me close it with let me close my part with my dumb nitpick.
Okay.
There is no way DeFontaine bugged Shuri's beats. I don't care what they say.
Thank you. I was thinking that, but I was like, it was so small, but it's like it is kind of dumb.
It shouldn't bother me, but it really does because the thing is, they're supposed to be highly, like super high technology, like advanced technology, you would think that it would automatically, because it's got Shuri's AI built into it, you would think it would automatically search for like bugs and hacks and all that type of crap. There is no way that they just put something on it and bugged it.
Right.
I refuse to believe it.
Yeah.
And yes,
well,
that is a
willing
dumb
suspension of disbelief.
yeah. There's and yes, that is a dumb nitpick, but that is the only one that I had as far
because
as
it was such a stretch.
yes.
Well, I'll be excited for the next stuff to come around. I think Quantum Mania may be the next thing.
Yep.
And
so
I'm
looking
excited
forward
for
to
that.
So yeah, again, let us know what you thought. We liked it overall. If you want to contact us, we've been, you know, I say that like every time like people are actually contacting us, but you know, let us know what you thought. Go see it if you haven't seen it, and if you're a Marvel fan, because it's great. Yeah. Anyways, until next time, nerd out.
Nerd
Nerd
out.
out.